Greetings from high in the Andes Mountains of Peru. At the end of this past March, Aberson, and I made a 4-day trip down into the Peruvian jungle. Our team was also joined by Don Shields, a friend from Alaska, who was about to see the fruit of the seed planted 16 years ago when he brought Marilyn and I to Peru for a visit. On day 1, we drove to Tambo, had dinner, and then held a certificate ceremony for those that had finished the first 3 semesters of our Quechua Bible Institute, or QBI for short. This same church graduated 22 students last May, and these students were the second group to sign up and study. The pastor there is very happy with the spiritual growth he is seeing in the members of his church. He has the happiest smile. Later, we got ready for the next day's journey to the jungle village of Mantaro. On day 2, we first had our coffee in Tambo and then began our journey. We arrived to Mantaro late in the afternoon, drank a few coconuts, had dinner, set up our mosquito nets, and readied ourselves for the certificate ceremony. The pastor here really appreciates our QBI and how it is helping his church to grow. A special bond is forming between him and Aberson, our field guy. Before the graduation ceremony began, Aberson put on a mini marriage workshop that was very well received, and then we held the certificate ceremony. Early on day 3, we had to drive back up the river to take the ferry across for a visit to the village of Sevilla, where we had a QBI graduation last year. From Sevilla, we proceeded on to the village of Yochegua for the graduation of 6 pastors. Each of these men already pastor a church, and all 6 plan to have their own institute. So we will soon multiply from 1 QBI to 6. This is multiplication. These folks really have the vision for advancing the Great Commission, and they are doing it. After the graduation, there was a big feast for about 300 people. Each special guest also received a blue tub full of rice and a very large roasted chicken. Yum. On day 4, we left Yochegua early as we had a long drive ahead of us. Little did we know how heavy the torrential rain would be in places on the very narrow 1-lane dirt road with 2-way traffic. The rain, mud, and rock slides made for a memorable ride home. Yee-haw! This was fun. As always, we are grateful to the Lord for a safe trip. Thank you for coming along with us on this little excursion. Consider yourselves formally invited to join us in strengthening the church here in the Andes. You can do this by prayer, visits, or financial support. If you feel moved to give, just go to our website, www.teamperu.org, and click on the Donate button.